All right, phone screen capper. Back to talk about week 9 after a 2-0 week 8. Gave you the Saints who shut out the Raiders 24-0. Put that one on ice early. And then the Packers, although it was a little bit of a sweat, got inside the number for us just like I said they would. And now let's get right into week number 9. And I'll say this before I start. These NFL situational spot trends I live off of, they are best, I would say, weeks 5 through 11. So we're really in the meat of that. I think that's, mid-NFL part of the season. You get predictable patterns and trends in that part of the year. Towards the end of the year, when stakes are higher, you don't get quite as much of that predictability. Same with early on. So just want to preface that. It's more gut feel later on, more eye test later on. But I dig into these trends mid-season, and we can get some winners. So the best trend going in football actually happens twice this week. But I'm going to talk about this first matchup here, the Bills at the Jets. Bills are a 12.5-point favorite on the road at the Jets, and that makes the Jets a double-digit home underdog, a DDHD. Best trend going in sports. If you paid attention a little bit a couple weeks ago, the Panthers were a double-digit home dog against the Bucs, won outright. So if you could trace it back, it fails every once in a while, but this is a trend. If you take it against the spread, weird things happen in those games. When the Bucs lost to the Panthers a couple weeks ago, bombed the Mike Evans in the first minute of the game, gets dropped. It's just weird things happen in these double-digit home dog games, and I really like the Jets to take advantage of that here against the Bills. Also got a couple more trends here for you to take a look at in this one that favor the Jets. When you look at row 17, a favorite of 7+ that lost the turnover battle but still won their game. The next week you fade them. So the Bills, if we look at their game against the Packers, even though we did just go against the Bills, they won the game, didn't cover the spread. If you look, they were a little sloppy. They turned the ball over a couple times. If you go down and look, you had a couple interceptions thrown by Josh Allen. He turned it over more than Rodgers. Bills' offense turned over the Packers, but the Bills were able to survive these turnovers because they were playing against an inferior opponent, right? So they're getting a little extra value, so I think we get some value with the Jets there. Another trend we can look at with the Jets here, they are a home dog following losing as a home dog. So if you look at row 44, so they lost as a home dog to the Patriots. Now they come back as a home dog. Teams in that situation are 74-50 against the spread. So looking at it that way, it's their second week in a row at home, playing in front of a crowd where they have a chance to upset a team. This week they have the mighty Bills coming in. I think Sally has his guys ready, and this game is a dogfight from start to finish. Don't be shocked if the Bills win the game, maybe by 10. I think 12.5 is a little much. I expect it to be a single-digit game. If you're brave, maybe even sprinkle a little bit on the money line for the Jets. So that's your play to start the week. Jets plus 12.5. Phone screen capper. Go get some buckets.